I needed you to ease my pains. You are my quick and easy remedy to my ever-present necessity. Again and again I took you in, but my dependence of your substance led to addiction of medicine. The comforting codeine to my low self-esteem, tranquil tramadol and the diazepam slam that put me down to dream. Over time, the quality of their effect took more quantity than I did expect. I could no longer hide your touch, the price tag for your ride, just too much, so I cast you aside. You passed through me and I paid the toll, boiling and shivering without control. Days went by before I could finally sleep. Insomnia's a motherfucker, a farm filled with infinite sheep. I started therapy, told them all about the demons and me. CBT wrote me a dark diary, more material, I guess, for some dark poetry. Sertraline to mirtazapine, antidepressants to raise the dopamine. Well, now I'm clean, although some days I miss you, but I can't let misuse become an issue again. Thank you.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Irony is, same water, is it? I was looking at all them people dancing, sitting there. I think it's happiness right at the bottom of a bottle. Happy New Year, innit? But, context after that, the day after is. It's not just New Year, is it though? For some people, it's 52 weeks in the year. It'll be Saturday night, dancing the blues away. Standard round here, isn't it? But hey, Happy New Year. Now think about all the things we lived through. Worldwide pandemic. When the clock struck midnight, don't think the bomb stopped on Palestine. Don't think the bomb stopped in Israel. When the clock struck midnight. Don't think homelessness stopped on these streets. When the clock struck midnight. What happened when the clock struck midnight? Cost of living crisis still carried on, didn't it? Water bills, 6% up. All because they're dumping shit in the essence of our lives. Our rivers, our waterways, our seas. But we gotta pay for it. Happy New Year, right? PM, we just bet £1,000 with Piers Morgan to see if you can get immigrants out of this country. Yet we forget the backs of immigrants built this country. I said the backs of immigrants built this country. It's all cool for Britain to go and bloody rape and pillage and get everything, not talk about it, right? But everybody's come to get their 40 acres. Nah, mate, get back to Rwanda. The ironic thing is, I never thought I'd see brown people turn on brown people. It's crazy, isn't it? Happy New Year, right? Happy New Year. There's Almon from Sesame Street. He asked if everybody was okay. Only what he got was existential dread from a bunch of people. Maybe it's like a small little thing though, online, the community. They're all full of existential dread. But ain't we all? Because everything's gone to shit, right? I know what you're thinking. Why am I being so unoptimistic? It's a new year. Things change. But for me, it feels like things are changing for the worse, and the worse, and the worse. I've got nieces and nephews, 15, 16, 20, 2, 4, 7. I look at them, I look at the kids. I think, what fucking world are they going to grow up in? It's mad, isn't it? It's Happy New Year, right? Happy New Year. Maybe to me, feels like it's been crappy New Year's, man, for the past few. But the only thing I can do is change how I am, change how I act around people. Be kind, choose love. That's what I choose to do. So if everybody else is being a prick, maybe the lesson is just don't be one. Two.
Because I thought, well, what is surprise? And that means not as good as your best, below your best. And I thought, that's interesting, that's subprime. And isn't it like as poets, we write stuff, write stuff, and some stuff we're proud of, and some stuff it's kind of, it's okay. But it's not our best, it's subprime. So, this is a subprime poem. And in fact, it is it might be even a unique example, I know not, of a quintosyllabic tetralineal poem.
Without a safety net?
This is called a subprime poem. Write a poem that, 5 syllables, has 5 syllables only on each line. Now make it longer, and don't forget to make each part a rhyme. This rhythm feels quite awkward, cuts across, almost out of time, with how I need to type it out. That's why it's below my prime. Thank you.
This is called The Tale of the Mortal Angel. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there was a little being of stardust whose name was Yakchim. Their personality brightened up any surrounding, be it under a roof or surrounded by millions of seeing eyes from above. All their friends respected them and blessed them with endless love, both physically and mentally. As time went on, they grew in sagacity and in volume for both how they presented themselves and especially for how they showed their talents in their chosen area. However, they had a dark secret, a part of their soul they never showed. This malicious, destructive force kept digging its claws in Yakchim's heart and made them hurt physically and mentally. They tried to hide it or somehow suppress it, but to no avail. They didn't want others to know they were suffering through putting on cheap, see-through fake smiles that hid enough tears to fill up a dam and break it in the same day. When people saw through the cracks and asked if they were okay, or how they were, Yakchim simply said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Never better." Or, "I don't want to get into it." But now it's become too much for Yakchim to handle. Its toll has been taken on their mind and they can't see the joy anymore. So they wrote down their final words and told their friends they weren't going to be seeing them again. And if anyone asked why, well, Yakchim simply said, "I don't know." And they were never seen again. The lesson to be learnt from this is, don't make the mistakes they made. For they will always remember when Yakchim was them, and how they could never accept and love the one person who truly cared. Themselves. Thank you.
I am going to date myself. Instead of waiting around for someone else to treat me nice, I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to take myself to the cinema, allow oneself to lust over a man without denting egos, to receive no funny looks when I order the biggest hot dog that they have. I'm going to walk around art galleries and just enjoy not having to explain what the artist meant or what he tried to create, or the part that just literally, when that part will just literally soak in the atmosphere and relax. I'm going to take myself a coffee and just savour that first sip without conversation. To sit and read or just watch the world go by, not having to partake in small talk, which if you know me, I'm rather terrible at it. I want deep conversations that matter. To discuss the state of the world now my heart breaks about the atrocities that are happening. I want to buy that book because I do. Because I'm interested in the subject and just want to know more. To sing out loud in the car without any comments on my elective taste in music. Yes, you can love hard rock and country at the same time. Each take me to a place that's different, yet needed. So yes, I'm going to do all this while reminding myself that I am worthy of this. I am worthy of self-love. I don't need anyone to complete me. I'm rather complete already. So here's the dating myself, to loving, spoiling and being kind to oneself. I'm not separated or divorced or single. I'm Sarah. And right now that's exactly who I want to be.